What exactly is the Theta token? Coming in at number 17 in regards to market cap, along with its utility token coming in at number 40, TFuel or TFuel, the project has clearly caught some traction since its inception, but in this video we're going to talk about what exactly it is, its purpose, as well as how you can actually get started with mining TFuel and possibly making some money. We'll go over kind of my 24-hour results to talk about how much I made. We have two parts, the Theta network as well as the Theta blockchain. Theta network is a video delivery network powered by blockchain technology. It allows people to watch content as well as earn token rewards for relaying video to other users who are also watching the same content. So in a way, it's trying to create a decentralized Twitch. And if you go to theta.tv, you'll see exactly that. It looks like Twitch, but it's running on the Theta network. Then you have the Theta blockchain, which was designed to relay video and data, as well as enable smart contracts for building decentralized apps. So you have the Theta network, but then if you're a creator on the Theta network, it also creates a utility token that allows people to build NFTs, get paid in that utility token. It's really a platform token. Then you have the Theta Edge network, which is interesting and what I'm running to earn some TFuel, which I'll go over later. When we talked about edge computing for companies like Fastly in the stock market, this is decentralized edge computing. So it's using everyone's computers that already exist across the world to create nodes, or basically spots where people can share their computing power. You're creating a network of computers to create essentially a supercomputer. That brings us to the dual token design. So you have the Theta token, which is more of a governance token for the protocol, whereas TFuel is the operational token for the Theta protocol. One is used to validate the blockchain, and the other is used as more of an on-chain operations payment system. So who else is involved with the protocol? Well, you have enterprise validator nodes like Google, Binance, and then you also have people advising the team, such as the co-founder of YouTube, and then you also have people like Justin Kan, who's the co-founder of Twitch. They also have content partners such as MGM, World Poker Tour, NASA, and then they even have a roadmap for where they want to go in the future. I'll put all the links I've been referring to down in the description below if you want to check it out later and read through all the technical details. In regards to how you can earn TFuel, there's a couple ways. One, you can watch content on Theta.tv and you're rewarded with TFuel as you share that data across with different peers. And then you have the content side. So if you're a creator, you can get paid in TFuel. Everything's basically done through this utility token. You also have the Theta Edge nodes, which is using this guy to compute certain jobs, and you get paid in TFuel to do that. Spoiler, you're not making like $50 a day. In order to get involved with the edge computing, you would download the Theta Edge node software, and you would come down to this cache and compute section where you'll see the jobs that are available for caching as well as computing. And right now you'll see it's folding at home, whereas this is more of a volunteer job. You're not really getting paid with a lot of TFuel for computing, figuring out or solving this job. Whereas you'll see I had a video encoding job a couple hours ago. This paid out way more TFuel compared to how much I'm getting for this folding at home. The earnings basically pop up here with how much TFuel you're being generated, and you have an earnings wallet, which is where it will be distributed on a monthly basis. It's also important to remember there's different power modes when it comes to edge computing. I currently have it on light, and this is extremely important because if you run it on full and then all of a sudden your system just starts to overheat, you could be destroying your internal parts of your computer, and you don't want to do that for not a lot of money. It doesn't make sense. So when you run these different power modes, I recommend looking at the thermals of your actual internal parts to see how hot they get, and to look up the parameters to see how much heat those parts can actually withhold, to make sure that you're not destroying your computer just to mine some TFuel. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten any cash jobs yet, so I don't really know what the payout is for that, but this is the situation where you're actually not using any computing power, but you're sharing bandwidth with other people. It wouldn't be a strain on your computer, so it'd be interesting to see how much you get paid out for these jobs as well. The cash jobs as well as the edge computing is how you would make TFuel without actually owning any TFuel or Theta tokens to begin with. If you're looking at how much I made over a day, you would take that 0.1817 TFuel multiplied by the price of 53 cents, and you'd come out to around 10 cents per day. Obviously, you're not going to retire off that amount, but you do have Mainnet 3.0 and more paid jobs coming out in the future where you'll probably make more money versus the folding at home job, which, like I said, is more of a volunteer project where you get paid a very little amount. Whereas the actual job that I did for the video encoding was almost 100% of the actual earnings of TFuel over the 24 hours. Then you have this bottom section, pre-elite edge node, where you can actually stake your TFuel in order to earn more TFuel. But this is where you already have to have an investment versus the other situations where you don't actually have to have any Theta or TFuel in order to get some earnings. You may be wondering, how do I set up a wallet? Because you need a place to put your earnings, as well as if you are buying Theta or TFuel to stake, you would also want to set up a wallet and stake from that versus buying the TFuel or Theta on an exchange and just letting it sit there. So you would go to the thetatoken.org website and then go to this wallet, and you would go down here to create a wallet. You would set a password, understand that Theta cannot recover or reset my password key store file. You'll get a download of that actual key store file, and then in order to access your wallet, you would upload that key store file and then enter the password that you created. And this is where you would have your Theta and TFuel, and then you can stake from here as well as send and receive. In terms of what's on the horizon, you have the mainnet 3.0, which changes the protocol a little bit with TFuel, which introduces a burning feature, very similar to Ethereum's upgrade that's coming out. And then you also have the exciting news, what I would say, is more caching jobs. And then in the future, you also have edge storage. So they'll have edge computing, storage, and caching as ways to make TFuel. My plan is to let my computer run this computing software for about a month to see how much I can make from the caching jobs as well as the computing, to see kind of how it works over a month time span versus just one single day. I'll share the results after a month. Honestly speaking, the project does seem pretty cool, and I like the features that are being introduced down the line. The coolest thing in my opinion is the edge computing and how you can take all of these computers that already exist to essentially create a supercomputer in a decentralized way. For me, that's the coolest thing, and it could compete with competitors like Fastly, which is a public company, versus peer-to-peer decentralized edge computing, which would be anyone can get involved through the Theta network. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to True Wolf. Also hit that notification bell to get reminded when I upload the month update after this video to see how much I made in TFuel.